Okay, week 4. Let's look at what is coming up. Firstly, if you want me to wait until February 10th, that's Monday, the next Monday, to grade your SA1 final draft, feel free to revise up until then. If you look here, like D'Angelo has changed the name of his master folder to the date that he wants his essay graded. I think we're going to try. This seems to be working. We'll probably keep doing this practice. But anyway, I will be grading the very final SA1 final drafts on Monday, February 10th. Mostly, though, what week 4 is all about is getting familiar with digital Sabbaths for the purpose of completing essay 2. So the first thing you want to do is you want to read my somewhat lengthy assignment on essay 2. I will continue to tweak this even after I record the screencast because I'm trying to get the screencast in before one of my many subcommittee meetings. There's a lot of ideas behind the digital Sabbath that I want you to get smart about this week. The main thing is, though, it's an unplugging from technology. You unplug for a 24-hour period. We'll just pick a 24-hour period. I'm going to basically let you pick the day. I'll show you. You have a discussion post that will lay out your plans. But it's generally you don't use your cell phone except for emergencies. Certainly no texting. You don't turn your computer on except if it's for work. You can even just make it a word processor or something like that. And then you don't turn on your TV. And you also got to commit yourself to the spirit of the assignment. That, in some ways, may be the toughest part. Let's see. This is going to be multiple steps. You're going to first you're going to do a tech diary. I'll talk about that in more depth here in a minute. And then you'll lay out a plan. It's going to be a discussion post, and then you're also going to keep a log of kind of what you're thinking in the days leading up to the digital Sabbath, and also during the digital Sabbath. I want you to take extensive notes on what you did. Or if you do option 2, you will interview someone who you kind of, let's say persuade into taking the digital Sabbath for you. The result of your work will be a 3+ page essay. Please go well beyond that 3-page minimum. That will also include one outside source and a works cited or references page, depending on if you're an MLA person or an APA person. Okay. So option 1 is you'll take the digital Sabbath yourself. I feel like a lot of this kind of speaks for itself, and I give you some broad parameters on how to structure the essay. But as long as you're responding in sort of an authentic way, I don't care what the essay really does at sort of the structural level. That's never going to be a big concern of mine. Many of you organize your ideas just fine on your own. What else? Okay. The other option is that someone else takes it for you. Not a preferable option, and frankly, it's going to be a lot more work for you because you have to explain to someone what the digital Sabbath is. You have to make them take extensive notes, and then you have to interview them, and then you have to turn that interview into a transcript, and then that transcript will be the raw data that you take and turn it into your second essay. I don't know. That sounds like a lot more work than just doing it yourself, but I want to give you an option. I kind of hope no one does option 2, but we'll see. It's on there, so it's certainly something that you're allowed to do. All right, I think that's it for this page. So read this assignment, and like I said, I'll probably continue to tweak it. A lot of the main ideas. I want you to get familiar with the distraction addiction. I mean, if you can go to your local library and get a copy of it, not a bad idea at all. I'm certainly not going to make you. Let me click out of this. Okay, so what I got a link to here is the Amazon entry for this book, the distraction addiction, and basically when you click on look inside like that, you can see much of the book. Let's see how close I can get, but really what you want to do is find the appendix. No, that's not too bad. 237 I think is the page number. Yeah, this is how to take a digital Sabbath, rules for social media. There's a couple of helpful ways to keep a tech diary. So a lot of this forms the basis, I guess, of this assignment. I didn't come up with any of this stuff, digital Sabbaths or tech diaries, but I'm smart enough, I think, to know how to share it with you. So flip through that as much as you're able. That's really going to make you a lot smarter. By the looks of essay 1, and sorry to be frank here, but I get a lot of emails from students who very clearly aren't reading the things I'm assigning. I'm happy to answer your questions, but I'm gonna help people who help themselves more, because there's this whole list of things that you're supposed to be reading, and when you don't do them, when you ask questions that make that very clear to me, I don't know, that says something that about your abilities or your work ethic levels as a student that I don't think you want said. You don't want to be that type of person. So please, I assign these things so that you can complete the assignments and the essays in particular in the best possible way. They're not here to waste your time, I guess. So let's see. So then I think I'm going to move this up while you're watching me. I'm going to move this up to number 3 because you can't really do number 4 without. Yeah, okay, so we'll talk about the Invention Journal now. Invention Journal 3, which is a tech diary. So you go to the Invention Journal assignment page. Here it is, number 3. Got a few more parameters than the last one. But what I want you to do is to chart your tech use for an entire day. Every time you use technology, I want you to jot down the technology, according to certain categories. And then there's a website called Rescue Time that I use for my own use. You can see that it's telling me you sign up for this software, you put it on your computer, and then it tells you how you're spending your time. Now look, I'm being 83% productive today. I've been at work for 2 hours and 20, or 200 of the 3 hours I've been at work, 2 hours and 23 minutes have been very productive. So that's good. Most of it on Google Docs, Microsoft Word, working. And then you see me using email. Then uncategorized, I'm in Angel and MyStarkState, and of course UpRocks. I will admit to being on Instagram.com more than I should be, and then Drive, that counts as business, so I can make those categories better. Basically, it does a lot of this work for you, like how you spend your time online. The rest of it, though, what time of day did you use it? How long did you use the technology? What type of technology? What is the purpose of the tech use? And then you just want to give it, if you want to come up with more categories, but I thought the 3 that most likely would be personal use, academic use, which is say schoolwork, and professional, because some of you have jobs, many of you have jobs. So here's a sample tech diary from a student. There you go, Kaylin. So she did this obviously on a Friday and on a Saturday, but you can see she got up at 5:45 a.m. It was less than a minute. That was her alarm. 2 minutes later, she got on Facebook for 4 minutes. Then she checked email. Then she turned on her radio. Made a phone call. She made another phone call. So you get a sense. There's a lot of use here. Now, what Kaylin did, which I thought was really cool. I'm not going to make you do this, but it would be cool if you did. She got to total everything up too as well. So she did it for 2 days. She did it on a Friday and a Saturday, a weekday and a weekend, and it turned out remarkably similar. 9 hours and 58 minutes. 9 hours and 56 minutes. I think that's so fascinating that 2 days worth of tech diary making led her to 10 hours a day, both times, just within a few minutes of each other. I think that's so weird. Anyway, you'll do this. You can share it. Kaylin just created a Google Doc. You can create a spreadsheet if you want. If you want to post it on your Tumblr, a lot of you have very cool Tumblrs. Way to go. You want to make a storyboard. You want to create a Prezi. I don't care. I just want to know. I want to know these, and I want you to tally and total your findings, which is to say, count them up. Okay. You also, and I will point this out to you as well, in the sample tech diary down here is an analysis and reflection. Kaylin decided to write about, her findings while they were fresh in her mind. So once you do crunch the numbers, once you record all of your tech use for a day, it's definitely not a bad idea to maybe do just a little bit of writing about it. It will make Essay 2 easier to write, and it will also, help you spell out your initial impressions. And if we can just look ahead for a second, you're going to share what you did, thought, and didn't do during your digital Sabbath. So getting in the habit of writing those types of things, not a bad idea. Okay, so this is a Invention Journal that is due. Okay, what I'm going to do is move this down. You're just going to watch me rearrange this. I hope that's fun. Let's see. I'll make that last. This has to be so thrilling for you to be watching. Okay. Yeah, I'll put it like that for now. I may change that again before you even get this screencast. Then I want you to read up on digital Sabbaths and the ideologies that ground them. There's a lot out there about digital Sabbaths and about just days of unplugging and analog Sundays, taking a break, the ideas of connected life. And there's also the myth of the disconnected life. So, not everybody's on board with this, like this assumption that technology is, sort of taking our time and energy away from more, worthwhile endeavors. So I truly tried to curate a list of, lots of different perspectives on, sort of living this connected life so that you have lots to consider. So base one of these will be the basis for reader response number 2. You can, if you find something else that you want to write about that's, sort of in the spirit of, all these other resources, feel free to make that your reader response too. I took a long time to find all these links, and so I figured I hopefully saved you some time. Okay, so then you pick one and complete a reader response 2. You put it in your reader response folder. Hopefully you all know that drill by now. Then the final thing maybe you should do this week is this last the brainstorming discussion post, which is in Angel. You go to lessons. Okay, you go to our course. You go to lessons, and then it's brainstorming. I call it brainstorming, but it's really your plan for the digital Sabbath. So again, I'm letting everybody sort of choose your own adventure for this. You don't have to you're not required to reply to anybody, but I really hope you read everyone else's plans, because some people are going to think of stuff that you hadn't, and hopefully vice versa. You'll be able to help other people. So just first of all, who's doing your digital Sabbath? I want to make sure that you're doing it, and not to someone you'll interview. Again, you can do this, but it's not only is it more work, I don't know, it kind of gets away from the spirit of the assignment a little bit. What day will you take your digital Sabbath, and why do you choose this day? Are you going to pick a school day, or are you going to pick a weekend? Saturday better than Sunday. I usually take my digital Sabbaths on Sundays, especially during now that football's over. Now after the Super Bowl, now I can do them again. I don't take Sundays off from football. Let's see. Why did you say? Okay, how will you warn or inform people of your DS so that no one launches a search party? So, are you gonna make a Facebook status? Are you gonna have like a auto reply on your email? You have lots of different ways to tell people ahead of time that you're going to be taking this digital Sabbath. What are your cell phone rules? Is it going to stay in your bag? Is it going to stay at home? Are you going to only use it for absolute emergencies? Are you going to check it once when you get home? You're going to check it once when you get up, or you don't have to be a complete sort of you don't have to be too monastic about this. You don't have to take too celibate, I guess maybe is the word. But you want to deprive yourself is the main point. What will your computer rules be? That is to say, I will use my computer for schoolwork only. I will only use word processor. I will not get on the internet. What are your computer rules? Then what else will you avoid? Like I would definitely have to get rid of the headphones that I take almost every time I run. When I'm having a digital Sabbath day, I definitely leave my headphones at home, and I always am so happy that I did. My runs are always they feel more invigorating when I am not completely plugged into one of the 600 podcasts I listen to, or one of the 600 albums I listen to every year. I listen to about an album a day. What else would you what else are you going to unplug from? Keep it all away if you can. Of course, your iPad, if you have a tablet, or even like a Kindle, you want anything that can turn on, you basically want to try to avoid it. And so I want you to try to make a list. I also want to know how you'll make your digital Sabbath log. And then, again, I'm trying to get you to sort of almost like pre-reflect, if that makes sense, like to try to think about where you are before. Because this is really the whole point of essay 2 is the essay needs to be like, there's a before, and then there's sort of a during, and then there's an after. There's kind of 3 phases to this assignment. And so the more I get you to think about where you are now before you take the digital Sabbath, the more fruitful that your essay is going to be, the more beneficial it's going to be for both of us. So again, that's the sort of the purpose of this question. Now, that's plenty to read and to write about. So, so getting started soon is always going to be a good idea. Looking ahead, next week we'll have the next Invention Journal, which will be not too much in that essay doc sharing. So I'm hoping within the next week, between now and obviously like Tuesday the 16th, I think, because we have that Monday off. You want to try to carve out a day in your life where you can take this digital Sabbath. I would not wait last minute to do it. I would not. Some people they'll start off for a day and then stuff happens and they say, okay, well, I'll have to do the digital Sabbath some other day. I would definitely have one sort of day where it fails built into your schedule as well. Because if you leave yourself just one day to do it and say to yourself, well, I just have to make it happen, some people are just not as great at that as they think they will be. So when you make this plan, as I indicated over here, if you make any changes, just revise your plan on the board. You can reply to your own post, but I want to know your plan, in all its details, as much as I am able before you actually write. So that's plenty. Boy, I can eat up 15 minutes of your day like gangbusters with no problem whatsoever. So as always, guys, and I mean this sincerely, if you have any questions, send me an email. I'm hopefully quick about responding to your emails despite my lack of a laptop. I want you to do well with this essay, so please let me know if anything's unclear or if there's anything I can do for you whatsoever. Okay, I hope you're having a good week, and I look forward to hearing from you. All right, take care. Goodbye.